All right, guys, let's talk about it. Big Brother, episode 2. Tonight was the nomination ceremony, the gift bag reveal. The big part of the show is tonight was pretty much the showing that the women are coming together, and they've got Ross, of course, and then you've got the four guys. And the four guys coming to terms with the fact that the women are working together. And we also realize that Meta World Peace wants to go home. He can't handle being gone from his wife and kids for 2 weeks. And so he's already wanting to go home. So he really wanted Shannon to put him on the block. I guess he talked to other people, but we didn't see that on the show about wanting to go home. So you've got pretty much really three people if Meta's giving up. You've got James, Mark, and Chuck against the rest of the house. This is turning into a really great game. And so that was the foremost. Shannon goes around and tells the guys, "Hey, if you don't use your bags, we these are the people we're going to put up, and this is who's going to go home." And it was supposed to be Mark and Meta World Peace. Those were who were going to go up, and they're going to send Meta home like he wanted. And they're going to make it an easy week. Well, how the gift bag thing worked was when the gift bag appeared on the screen, if somebody wanted to use their bag, they go. And they put. But if more than one person wanted to open their bag, it became a draw, and they would draw they'd have a drawing, and whoever was drawn would be the one to get to open their bag. They can't have more than one person open their bag, I guess. So the deal appears, and Chuck Liddell and Brandy are standing by the door, but nobody's going in. And a couple people, the girls were like, "So are you going in, Chuck? Are you going in?" And he was just kind of like, "I don't know." And then it kind of cut to the screen, and Chuck's like, I've got to go in. This is the only shot for the guys. But if I had the recast power, that could be a really big deal and a game changer." So finally, he hits the button and goes in. And then most of the girls go in and push it to a draw, so that it's definitely not Chuck getting to open his bag. So it's pushed to a draw. They have the drawing, and it turns out that Keisha has won the right to open her bag, and it turns out she has the recast power. Rewind real quick. There was a meeting upstairs amongst the girls. I believe it was like Omarosa, Brandy, Marissa, Keisha, Shannon, and Ross. And they all agree that if one of the men opens their bag or attempts to open their bag, that they're going to renege on the nominations, and that they'll put up James and Chuck instead. So, when Keisha opens her bag, she gets the recast power. And she nominates James and Chuck for nominations. So, as we're ending the show there, it's going to the screens, and Meta says, wait a minute, I thought we had an agreement here. You were going to nominate me and send me home. You're keeping me from my wife and kids. This is war. So, kind of, it was something like that. So, they've pissed off Meta. So, maybe we're going to get a feisty, pissed off Meta World Peace that might actually do something in this game. So that is pretty much the show. Not a huge amount to write home about, especially if you watch the live feeds and get the spoilers and whatnot. But let's see what the 2-hour episode brings. Peace.